Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is a new series that I'm starting out today called the Lineup Series, where I'm going to be taking lineups in War Thunder of period correct aircraft and taking them out in simulator battles on the right maps and going through them. So to start off here, we're going to go with the Battle of Britain lineup for England. And if I strap myself in here, I have nothing in this lineup but period correct 1939-1940 British airplanes. So here I've got the Hurricane Mark 1 flying the Polish colors. I've got the Blenheim. I might use that a couple times, but I am generally a fighter pilot, so I kind of want to avoid flying too much of this. If we get some extra points, we can hop in the Cannon Spitfire, the Mark IIB. They did have these near the end of the Battle of Britain. I've got the Night Fighter Hurricane with the extra guns. They actually did have Wildcats in the Navy. I don't think they had the Mark IV yet, but this is the only British Wildcat they had in the game, so that one might see some use. And then kind of the gem, the main focus is going to be around the Spitfire Mark 1A. It has its quirks. It's definitely a tricky airplane to fly in simulator, but if you can take advantage of it, I think we're going to have a really fun time here. So let's hop into a game. Alright, well, I looked around and I looked and I looked to find either a Maginot Line or Ruhr map that'd be kind of close enough to England to where it would fit. And I couldn't really find anything with players. The best I can do right now is Sicily. It's kind of a bummer. I might try to switch it up halfway through the video just for that extra immersion, but we're hopping in the Hurricane Mark 1 late. Yeah, 2.0. Just the classic, no extra frills Hurricane. Really enjoyable plane to fly, really stable gun platform. Only problem with it being at its optimal altitude, you're only going to get about 300 miles an hour out of it, which is kind of a bummer if you're fighting 109s who can hit, 350, 360 at their altitude, Focke-Wulfs who can hit 400. There's really, if you could bait any of those guys into a turn fight, there's no reason you should lose it, but if someone decides to run away from you, there's not a great deal you can do. Looks like there's some sort of engagement going on over the water. These two guys are posturing like it's combat. Yep, somebody just got smoked. So I don't know who's friend and who's foe yet. There's also people close at 3 o'clock. Gonna just have to get closer to see who I'm up against. Alright, here's his first break. Spitfire being chased by somebody. I need him to dive. He needs to help himself by helping me. Doesn't seem to be helping himself by helping me. Seems to be in the process of dying, which is not super ideal. We might have something to do here, depending on if this 109 trips up and makes a mistake. He's going to take another vertical again, as he should. Don't know who this low flyer is, but I can't really pursue both. This 109 is going to come back up. Might have a shot on him. Yeah, it's a bit asking for much. Ah, we starved the engine. That's not ideal. Don't know where that other guy went. This 109 already has a very distinct altitude advantage. He can toy with this as long as he wants. Kind of hoping my Spitfire gets up in the area. In the meantime, I'm going to lag behind his maneuvers a little bit, so hopefully he gets the bright idea to come and dive on me, because I really cannot have him at that altitude. Alright, what's the plan? Big sweeping dive. More planes are involved now. I don't know who's friend and who's foe. German guy just has a ludicrous amount of energy. But it looks like he's prop hanging. He might have just lost it all. Problem is any one of these guys could get on my 6 and I have no idea if they're friendly or not. Okay, that's not friendly, it's a bomber. He's gonna get a hit on my pilot, which doesn't make any sense, because he shouldn't have even... Oh well. Might have a long-range shot at this 109. Get a poof. Get him to dive. Someone's on my 6. I don't know who you are, but you're not going to be friendly, I know that. Pull up into him and hopefully not get killed in the process. Smoked him. There's the 109. With as much energy as you could possibly have. I don't know where he went. Odds are he's on my 6. Yep, there he is. We're in a bad way. Gotta pull up to meet him. Hammerhead it. Come around. Being at the bottom end of a vertical fight with a 109 is never what you want. But he's losing his advantage. And I don't think he has any energy left to keep the shenanigans up. So I should have him in one more of these turns, unless he decides to run. There's a chance at good hits right there. Now we're on his 6. And there's the flame. Nice. Have fun with that one, buddy. Actually, we can't let you live yet. We still got business to do. Okay, there he goes. Alright. I don't know where his buddy went and all of that. There's definitely another bogey somewhere. But after that, there he is. I'm just gonna say about after that fight, I should consider getting out of here, but this 109 doesn't seem intent on letting me do that. I need horizontal. Don't let him get a deflection. Pop the combat flaps. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. I don't know if I can pull vertical, but I'm running out of options. Oh, that's good hits. I don't know how we didn't ram. Engine died. Not good. His buddies are here, also not good. I don't think that buddy cares, though. Getting shot at by those turrets for a second. I should have the cleanup kill on this guy. There he goes. It's 2 down. Tried to record this video earlier and ended up shooting a couple bombers down. It was really boring, so I'm happy we got some actual dogfighting here. Especially successful stuff. Man, my engine is toast. I think my 6 is clear. And with my engine really having some issues, it's probably time to head back to base and hope that this is a friendly here. Restarted the engine, but it's not restarting. Did I get it back? Okay, we got it back. Okay. That's good. That's good. I don't know what it is with War Thunder Simulator battles, but sometimes you'll turn your engine off for quick cooling off. And no matter how many times you press the button, it won't come back on. Alright, so this is a Stuka. We've got one good pass at him before we return to base. Thankfully, during all those engine difficulties, my engine cooled right down to normal temperatures again, so I can run as hot as I want to catch this guy. That's gonna be a kill on the Stuka. Oh, that's good to hear. Good to see. Successful little third. I'm gonna say that that's British and not worry about it. Alright, we got this thing on final. Pilot's hurt, flap is damaged, whole fuselage is shot to bits. But the wings are holding up and the engine's fine. That's the 2 things that matter. So we should be able to park this sucker in here, no problem. Do a little flyby of the Frenchie as he goes past. And touchdown. And keep an eye on the throttle. The brakes, I have found, are very touchy on this thing. Hold them for just a little too long and it starts to lift the nose. So, yep, there it is. So you gotta hold it for just a couple seconds at a time, so you don't end up on your nose like I almost did twice there, 3 times there. Alright. So I'm thinking that about covers it for the Spitfire, or for the Hurricane. That's a lot of action. So I suppose I'll get the Blenheim out of the way. Just so that I don't have to fly bombers later, and then hop into the Spitfire. Alright. So, we've got the Blenheim here. We've got Nigel. We've got a cockpit that looks absolutely disgusting. We've got ground targets just 2 grids away from us, so at least we have something to do. Hopefully we can land these bombs somewhere near the neighborhood of where we want to be dropping them without getting shot down by all those 109s. Please be an ally. Oh, you're not an ally. Okay. You're a dead guy. And that is a 109. Well, I'm gonna try for the good old low altitude bombing run here. Just try to time it, because we're not really gonna have much success with the whatchamacallit bomb sight at this altitude. Try dropping it about there. Negative on the bomb hits. That's not good. There's our 109. And that is a 109 on fire. Don't ram me. Score 1 for the Blenheim. Oh boy. Please tell me the turrets are shooting at the dead body and not a new guy. I really would like to be done with this thing and land now and get into a proper fighter. Oh no. I believe he shot my tail control out, and that's why things went so balloony there when I was shooting. Well, this is going to be a fun trip to try to land. Guess I'll skip forward and let you know how that goes. Alright, coming in on final, we have absolutely no tail control whatsoever. I'd be pretty impressed with myself if I could get this thing down. My optimism is not high. Particularly because I'm pretty sure I just lost one of my landing gear. Oh boy. Okay, well, it looks like we're bellying it in. I guess that's fine. We kind of wanted maybe to do that anyway. Things aren't going as badly as they could. Just use the throttle to manage the altitude and set her gently. Just a little bit of flap. Oh, too much flaps. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. You want to use the flaps for a little bit of lift right before touchdown. There we go. No tail control, no problem. Me and Nigel are fine. How do you do? Okay, so we're in the Spitfire Mark 1A this time because of some unfortunate circumstances that came upon us in the Mark 2B. This is the Battle of Britain Classic Spitfire anyway, with the 8303, so we're more than happy to be in this one. To summarize what I was talking about with the last one, as far as airplane handling quirks, with the Spitfire, you get great maneuverability and acceptable speed, almost really supreme maneuverability, but you have to pair that with an engine that likes to overheat at the drop of a hat, a nose that is hard to get on target and keep shooting angles straight, a high lift wing that likes to balloon you up unless you put a bunch of elevator trim in the negative, and also an engine that likes to quit on you if you do any sort of negative G maneuver. So when you combine all those things, it's really not an easy airplane to manage, particularly for beginners. Some people might think that the Spitfire is, you know, since it's the iconic World War II fighter plane, really supremely above anything else other than maybe a 109 or a P-51. A lot of people are inclined to pick it as their starting airplane in this game, when really that is just not an advisable decision because it's quite powerful in the right hands, but it's pretty difficult to master compared to some of the other options. Something like even the Hurricane is a much nicer flying aircraft as a shooting platform. I don't know what this guy is, but he looks Italian, and he is Italian. And how I still am overshooting him with 0 throttle is a mystery to me. I would like to regain control of the aircraft if at all possible. That guy did not go down. Which either... Oh, there he goes. Gotta be careful here. I'm gonna be chasing him into his own airfield, which is not ideal. There we go, spark to fire, we're out. Goodbye, buddy. Safe travels. Did I get the kill yet? There it is. Alright. RE 2001 is down. At no risk of... Oh, see, well... float carburetor failure. Yep, just that little... All I have to do is this little bit of whoop, whoop, yep, and then she's dead. So, you have to be very mindful when you're flying the Spitfire that that doesn't happen to you in the middle of a dogfight, because it can be very inopportune, you could say, very unfortunate. I see a mass amount of enemies tailing me, and I doubt any of them are friendly. No, it really doesn't seem... Oh, Spitfire's friendly. Okay. 2-on-2, a proper dogfight. Let's go. Really can't mess with that guy. Although I'd... Well, yeah, I kind of have to. And that's the other issue with the Spitfires. The gun sight is mounted so low, as you can see. I can't really see the target when I get a shooting angle at him. He's aiming this thing a bit of a bear. Okay, that's a critical. Now we just need to find where his buddy has gone. It was not the best marksmanship, I'll say that right now. I have no idea where his friend is. But I have to cut my engine because it's just completely cooked. I don't like the way that guy's squaring up on me, so I'm gonna assume that that is the enemy. Don't cook it into the ground. Okay. Oh, that's not a guy. That's the RE 2000 pilot and his parachute. Okay, well. All the same. Target's coming in. Over here. God, the water just will not calm down on this thing. And my giant RAF Lancaster bomber sheepskin jacket that I thought would be a good idea to wear for this video is constantly bumping into the throttle in my lap and pushing me into WEP again where it overheats my engine. Is this a Spitfire? It certainly looks like it. believe this is a Spitfire that just shot down. Yes, okay. So, maybe I can get this guy, if I can find my arrow key button, to form up and go after this black dot. Man, I am just sweating up a pool in this thing. It's the last time I ever get an outfit for one of these videos. I don't know how these people, well, they wore them at 20,000 feet over England, not 500 feet over Italy in the summer. That's an enemy. I don't know what you are. Hankel? No, we're not going to make the same mistake we made last time. We're going to make a different one. Come in right behind the gunner and get shot down. Come on, start a fire so I can leave. Start a fire so I can leave. Start a fire so I can leave. That's good enough. Hate sitting behind the gunners of those things. It just seems like either your pilot gets shot out of it or your engine catches on fire in the first volley. So with 383 cannon rounds left, fighters up high, or machine guns rounds left rather, we're gonna look to strike one of these low guys on the way home and then get out of here. So I think we've done enough in this life to warrant going home and maybe wiping some of the sweat that's just completely drenched my joystick hand and my forehead at this point. Alright, so we didn't find anything to use our last 400 bullets on the way home, just a bunch of AI friendly hurricanes. So we're just bringing her in for a landing. Gosh, these wings produce so much lift. Oh, we had the landing flaps down. Alright, that explains a lot. Just bring her in for a nice approach. Probably take out the Spitfire one more time, just so that we can maybe get that classic Spitfire. Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. I didn't even put the gear down, did I? Anyway, take it out one more time, just in case we can't get that that classic BF-109 Spitfire duel we've been looking for. We shot down plenty of 109s in the Hurricane, but all I found was Italian planes, and I flew the Spitfire out, so it'd be really nice to find a 109, preferably, if I can find my keyboard here, preferably this Gretty guy or this Gremlin guy, one of the better pilots in the lobby. Get a proper duel going on. Because I'm pretty sure I fought both of those guys in the Hurricane. And unwisely, they both decided to maneuver with me as opposed to boom and zooming. So obviously, if I have the Spitfire, then that situation becomes even better for me. But I'll let you know if I can find something interesting on this last flight with the Spit. Alright, after much time and flying around, chasing dead ends, I think we may have finally found a target. Not sure what it is yet. Here's to hoping it's a 109, and it does look like one. It's not much of a dogfight since I doubt he even knows I'm here. But it's a kill nonetheless. And I will take it. That guy has 8 kills on the day. I have no idea why he's just flying in a straight line doing nothing, but he's definitely not a slouch, so kinda surprising. Guess we'll dive down and see what this is, just since we're in the area. What are you? An Italian? An Italian crop duster. Guess I can slot in behind and see what we can do. This isn't really the glorious dogfight I had in mind. This is more like a series of assassinations, but oh well. That's a bit of an aggressive maneuver, don't you think? Oh. It worked out for him. Look at that. If you would have given me the Vegas over-under for that guy pulling out of that maneuver at that altitude after I saw his wingtip dip, I would have given you all of the money in the world. But unfortunately, the result for him was the same. Ooh, who's this guy? Alright, whoever you are, give me a dogfight. Alright, he's definitely an enemy. He's posturing like one anyway. I won't even aim for the first pass. There we go. Another Italian, but I don't mind. At least it's a dogfight. I killed the engine, of course, because I'm a genius. And he's taking me vertical after my engine's dead, and I don't have any power to follow him. And then he's falling into my gun sights and spinning. Okay. Well, that went from very unlucky to very good for us in a very short amount of time. But he recovers. Decent pilot. That's not a bad maneuver. It's just when you're flying an MC-200 against a Spitfire, you really have your cards stacked against you. So it's not an easy test. Alright, so now we have come to the final airplane of the lineup. If it is not immediately obvious what British airplane I am flying, it is because this is an F4F Wildcat that was actually in service with the Royal Navy under the name Martlet in 1940. And in 1940 they had this really weird Seafoam green two-tone camouflage. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I see a lot of action going on here in front of me, and I really hate to be the kind of guy that airfield camps or anything like that, but I've just been flying around now for a long enough time to where I'm kind of losing patience and ready to get into some sort of engagement. I don't know who is a 109 and who isn't. There's a lot of black dots behind me that I'm not particularly sure what they are. So I suppose since he's a fair bit closer than anyone else, I'll single out this guy. See what's going on with him. He looks like an MC202. In fact, he is. He's got a good 70-mile-an-hour speed advantage on me, I'm pretty sure, at least 50. But at this altitude, that's less of a problem. The problem is my aim. There we go. Off he goes. I don't know who that is, but he makes me nervous. There's many other fighter planes in the area. This could be a bad neighborhood. Pull into this guy. I think this is another Italia boy. Ah, shouldn't have shot. Bad decision. He's just gonna take me up the elevator. And I can't follow. I fell for the classic blunder. Oh boy. And there's the airfield escort. Can't worry about them. Gonna need to go evasive on this guy, do the old let him pass, get shot by the airfield defenders. Ooh, that's a good hit right there. I don't know what I damaged, but he's upset about it. So are these. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, and then we let him fly past us like that. Do the spiraling scissors, and now we're on him again. Not particularly good shots. They don't have to be when you got 50 cals, because you got stopping power like that. Now, I think that's probably enough dogfighting with the Martlet. Unless this is an Italian, which it is, so do some more cleanup here before I close it up. I believe this is just one of the airfield defenders. It was, yeah, it is. I was gonna say, I don't think any actual fighter pilot would be caught dead flying one of those Italian G50s at this tier. It's just such a such a horrible aircraft. Well, I'm sure it's not. Before I get hate for that, I'm sure it's not horrible, okay? It's just not ideal for fighting a World War II aircraft. Low. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Look at you. Almost caught me while I was monologuing. Oh, that would have been a nice shot to have back. Don't crash into the ground, I want your kill. I realize how cocky and arrogant that sounds. Oh, come on. These are the money I'm out of ammo. Please crash, please crash, please crash, please crash. Don't pull up out of that. There it is. Oh, I would have been livid if I just talked all that trash and then ran out of ammo in the middle of a dogfight. Alright, fellas, well, with several off-camera deaths from ground fire and AA and engine issues, I think that's going to do it for me and the Battle of Britain England episode. We ended the day 6 and 13. I think only 3 of my deaths were to enemy aircraft. So I'm happy with that. It's a good result. We got to... didn't get quite as much done with the Spitfire as I would have liked. And didn't get quite as many 109s. It was a little bit Italian heavy for a Battle of Britain video, but you know, there's some things that I just can't really control. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna take this thing back to base, and I will see you guys for the next video, where we'll take out the Luftwaffe.